Okay. Yeah, this remedy that we'll be discussing, as we decided in the last class, we have 1 hour time. So I'll take up a small remedy, so that next, after you come back from your holidays, we can take up a few polycrest remedies. Okay. Now, when I talk of kidneys, what are all the remedies that will come to your mind? Very good. Berberis vulgaris. Calcarea? Cantharius, good. Calcarea no ide, equisetum ide, lycopodium ide, good. Apis, correct ide, good. Apis ide, amele. Yaro, okay, Cephysagran ide, correct ide. Benzoic acid, good. Benzoic acid is also there. Then, okay, now before we go more into the details of the remedies acting on kidneys, I'll just share a small case. Last class we discussed a case. Did I narrate a case of kidney stones? Yeah. What was the remedy given? Staphysagra. Very good, very good. We'll talk about the follow-up also. Okay. Now the small case that I want to discuss must be, if I put the video, on the video, we had this lady who had come with a very peculiar problem. Okay. Now what was the problem? When she narrates in the video, you will be seeing she keeps asking me a lot of questions. Have you any time treated such cases, etc., etc. I have spent so much of money, almost 1 lakh for this particular problem. Can you believe this, doctor? I spent 1 lakh. She keeps going on and on and on about her. And you know what is this case that you will realize is, this case that she is narrating is not about herself. She is narrating the case of her dog. Case of her dog. 14 years old dog by name Tuffy. You have the video, don't worry. So it's, this dog had some problem with his liver. Okay, liver went into cirrhosis, and then they took her to a vet. Fine. Okay. Okay, no, it's not an alcoholic dog. Okay, it's not an alcoholic dog. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's not an alcoholic dog. If the lady listens, your friend telling it's an alcoholic dog, she might stab you. She is so much attached to that particular dog. She says, my 4-legged son. You know, my 4-legged son. And there are a lot of people who are associated to, closely associated to dogs with due respects. Fine. For her it's almost like a son. She's got a daughter also, not 4-legged daughter. It's a 2-legged human being. She's got a daughter, but then she's so much attached to this particular dog. Fine. And she told, sir, this dog's life is 14 years. We know it is 14 years. But then she went to a vet, who had treated her for cirrhosis of liver. Done. And after cirrhosis of liver, her kidneys, the dog's kidneys, they went into failure. Done. Dog's kidneys went into failure. And he's also been trying for almost 3 months, and he couldn't help the dog. The creatinine levels was going high and high. 4.2 was the latest reading, she told me in the last sitting. And then the dog is vomiting. The dog is not eating anything. Whatever it eats, it is vomiting. It is not at all interested in food, etc., etc. This was the small case that she came up with. And she also told, my husband asked, and the vet told, why don't you try homeopathy? Many times the allopaths and the veterinary doctors, they have this fashion. They extract the maximum from the patient, and before telling them, we can't help, they say, why don't you try homeopathy? This is the latest trend. But luckily that vet said, I have heard that there are good remedies in homeopathy also, after trying for 3 months. Fine, in the end stage, he said, why don't you try? So with this history, she came to me. And she told, my husband asked me to inquire if you can really do anything. And have you seen such cases, etc., etc. Were the questions she asked me. Yeah, tell me now. What do we do? How do we go about? 14 years old dog with kidney failure. Done. Now how do we go about? First thing, if you look at the video, the kind of command the lady was asking. Fine, the first question will come up, should we take up or not? First question, should we take up? You say yes, no, it's my case. See, you are not taking up, no. What you should tell, you take up, sir. Because it is not our case. It is your patient, your patient's dog. What the hell will happen to us? You take up, fine. So the question is, should we take up or not? And the kind of commitment she is asking from me. Have you seen 3 months allopathy, nothing happened? Can your homeopathic remedies do something? These are all the questions she is rightly asking me. She's got all rights to ask. Now how do we go ahead? How do we proceed? Henge? Huh? And you should also tell me, no sir, we don't know if you have seen dogs before. We don't know if you have treated dogs before, though Rahul is there sitting. But what is very important for us is, I have never personally treated a case of kidney failure. Nimna is bera problem alla. Fine. So we never treated a case of I have never treated a case of renal failure in a dog. So I told, see, I have never treated. Fine. You still want me to try? I can try. Done. And I am not very expensive. I don't charge you lakhs. Alla. 1 laksha ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Correct. So I mean, what I was just trying to tell her is, we'll take a fair chance. You give me 3 days time. Done. And 3 days your dog improves. Credit goes to homeopathy. If your dog is deteriorating, then we'll think what to do. Anyway, allopathy you are given. Allopathy doctor, hands up. Fine. So he said, go to homeopathy. We can't do anything. So instead of just letting the dog die, yeah, give me a chance. You're okay with this agreement? No, she's a very dashing lady. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾಯಿಗೇನೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ಬೆಲ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. Very, I mean, you see the video and you'll also understand her constitution. Forget about dog constitution. The way, what is that constitution from the narration that you understand? Very good, Platina. You will see her. Probably when I do Platina for some of you, I'll show you that video, second year. You'll understand what Platina is, the way how she was sitting, the questions she was asking. Husband would have never asked, go ask the doctor. When she, on his behalf, she is asking, my husband told to check whether, you can really help. I said, yeah, fair enough. 24 hours or max 48 hours from my side. If my medicine is working, it is working. Done. So, immediately some 7:30, 8 o'clock we gave the medicine. And 10:30 I get a WhatsApp message with a video of the dog. And the dog is eating food. No, it's a video. Fine. She is sending. If you are very keen, I can forward all those WhatsApp conversation that has happened between me and her. I can just send it to you. Fine, if you are very keen. But let it be within us. Don't put it in public thing. But anyway, what I want to try to tell you is, after your medicine, the dog started eating. Fine. And it's almost been 4 days. Okay. Dog is back to normal. Then dog is walking around. Very systematic dog. When it wants food, it will come down. Very well trained. I don't know if she's trained or the dog is like that. I got nothing much about the dog. But then why I narrated this case is, the remedy I am doing today has something to do with kidney. That's why, we are entering the case, or we are entering the class through a case related to kidney failure. Okay. What are the remedies? I'll tell you what I gave, because I didn't give the remedy that I am discussing. But again, I want to make things very clear. If your homeopathic medicine is right, when it can act on humans, why it will not act on animals? Take up the challenge. Take up the challenge. When you are asked to treat. But then, to be very honest, be honest also with them. If you have treated, tomorrow if somebody comes to me telling, sir, my dog has got kidney failure, have you seen any case? Yeah, I have seen. But with this lady I can't tell that, because I have never seen. For me also it was the first case. But a right homeopathic medicine can bring back the dog or any life to normal. So today evening she is coming back for her second follow-up. Okay, and if possible I'll try to record, and when time permits we'll try to project, and probably I'll be doing a remedy in future, and when I do that remedy we'll try to enter the remedy through that particular case. I'll tell you which remedy, what were the rubrics taken, how did we arrive at that particular remedy? Okay. So kidney failure is what I was trying to share a case of. Now let's get back. You said berberis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡೆಡ್ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಬೆರ್ಬರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಹಾಂ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸರ್ಸ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್. ಸರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಈಗ ಹೈಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಬೆರ್ಬರೀಸ್ is a remedy which is mainly given for left sided kidney stones. Very good. Exactly opposite will be lycopodium. Yeah, lycopodium. What happens in equisitum? What is equisitum given for? If you want comparison, you know, urinary complaints. But what urinary complaints? Equisitum is there in your third year syllabus. Must be done also. Allah, देखो, very good. Done. तो क्या था इक्विसिटम में? आयतो, good, okay, then good. There is burning pain at the end of micturition. But what should come to your mind when you talk of equisitum? इंदे, हाँ? जोरागे. Hematuria, Allah, don't worry, no problem. It's not hematuria. Equisitum is a very, simple remedy. It can't cause, or pathology ಅಷ್ಟು ಡೀಪ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ equisitum is known for, famous for. Somebody is looking there down, if equisitum. See, equisitum is a remedy for bedwetting. Yes or no? And when do we think of equisitum in bedwetting? When bedwetting is more of a habit. ಏನಾಯ್ತು? When bedwetting is more of a habit. You don't have exact cause for bedwetting, but it is more habitual. There we think of equisitum. Bedwetting, don't forget. Yeah, equisitum ಆಯಿತು, berberis ಆಯಿತು, lyco I will be doing in detail. Any other remedies? Kidneys. Benzoic acid, very good. What is there in benzoic acid? Uric acid diathesis is good. And very important, when you talk of benzoic acid, it is a remedy in which the urine smells strong urine odor, and it is so strong it smells like horse urine. Okay, but how will you get to know it is smelling like horse urine? Alla? That is a tragedy. Alla? Only if you have smelled horse urine, or only if the patient has smelled horse urine, he will come and tell, sir, my urine is smelling like horse. We have remedies. Urine smells like cats. We don't know how urine cat's urine smells. ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಬೆಕ್ಕುನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಕ್ಕು ನಾವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Then how? So you're getting my point. So that remedy which smells like, urine smells like cat is cajoputum. It's a rare remedy, don't worry. My ball era, fine. So it's cajoputum. And horse smelling is benzoic acid, nitric acid. Good, yes. Nitric acid, sepia. Okay. Yeah. Then any other remedies acting on kidneys? ಜೋರಾಗಿ ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. At least cultivate the habit of answering. Right or wrong? Epis, good. Epis. ಏನಾಯ್ತು epis ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Epis will have more of? What is the pathology that will happen in epis? Cystitis, bladder, nephritis, inflammation. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Inflammation. So apis mellifica, cantharis, they come very close. UTIs, urinary tract infections, you can think of apis cantharis. We'll talk more in detail when time permits. Somebody was using the word stephysagria. When stephysagria? ಜರಾಗಿ honeymoon cystitis. What is it? Staph ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? Good. So what do you have in stephysagria is honeymoon cystitis. What do you understand by that? ಸರ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ. Don't worry. Now what I want you to understand is like for example, stephysagria, if you understand more in detail, you have got lot of things in stephysagria. Fine. And during that period, fine, they will have frequent, painful, burning urination. So honeymoon cystitis. The remedy is staph. Don't forget, the remedy is staph. Okay. Now we will come back to a remedy that I will be trying to discuss in detail today. And this remedy, again acting on the kidneys. Acting on the kidneys, it will cause nephritis. It will cause inflammation. Not only kidneys, you also see this acting on the intestines. Fine. The lungs. Okay. See here, acting on the intestines, this remedy mainly causes ulcers. Acting on the lungs, again you see more of bronchitis, inflammation. And not only these structures, but another very important structure on which you see this particular remedy acting is the blood. Okay. On blood, it will cause rupture of RBCs. Okay. And it will again cause hemorrhages, bleeding. So the remedy that we are discussing today has action on the kidneys, intestines, lungs, and very important was blood. And the majority of the symptoms that we have got, they are all from poisoning. Okay. If you remember, one very important source of homeopathic materia medica was toxicological provings. I use the word poisoning, toxicological source. Fine. Okay. For example, it was taken knowingly, unknowingly, and then they will have poisoning symptoms from your FMT. Okay. So the remedy that we are discussing is turpentine, oil of turpentine. You know this, no? I mean, they mix it with paint. Okay. So turpentine is the remedy that we'll be discussing in detail, and it is called as terebinthina. Another terebinthina. So terebinthina is the remedy that we'll be talking for next 30-40 minutes. And before that, whenever terebinthina comes to your mind, these organs, these areas should flash in front of you. Topmost will be kidneys. Okay. And for me, second will be the blood, and of course the intestines, lungs, and the abdomen. Okay. Though intestines are part of it, it will cause bad distension of abdomen. Tympanic abdomen. The remedy we spoke was yaudo gaseous distension. Asafoetida last week. Okay, asafoetida also had distension. What was the speciality of distension in asafoetida? Flatus is neither going up nor going down. So what was the word we used? Incarcerated flatus. They feel caged. Fine. They feel it is neither going up nor going down. Asafoetida. You should not forget. So we'll get back. Kidneys, intestines, lungs, blood, abdomen. Fine. We will also look into the ailments from what are all the causative factors. See, terebinthina is a remedy which is not frequently used. Okay. Typically you don't have the mental symptoms, the physical appearance, constitution. Typically we don't have. But if you understand the remedy, okay, we might start using it often. Many times why we don't prescribe other remedies is because we will not have the knowledge of those remedies. We will be knowing only arsenic amal, sulfur, pulsatilla, pancha remedies. Fine. But these are also equally important remedies. We don't use them often because we don't know them. So here we are making an effort to make you understand that this is also a remedy. I'll tell you a few symptoms which are only in terebinthina. Fine. A lesser used remedy. So good understanding is very, very important. See, ailments mainly from alcohol. I'll just write and I'll explain. Okay. See, the main important ailment. Okay. The main important ailment is alcohol. We have studied many remedies. I myself in some class, I told you about ailments from alcohol. Quickly, remedies. Good, very good. Naxamika. Crotalus. Yeah, in Crotalus we explained, if I am right. Crotalus horridus, sulfuric acid, antimcrude. Yeah, correct. Then, digitalis. Okay, then digitalis has ailments from high living. Okay, so high living also includes alcohol, high alcohol, imported alcohol, not the desi alcohol. Good. Digitalis. Nux. Yeah, nux. Yeah, I know. Whenever alcohol comes, nux also comes. Then any other remedies? Okay. So terebinthina also has ailments from alcohol. Ledum, yes. What is there in ledum? Yenadu? Brandy. Correct alla? Ledum. Type of alcohol I am talking of. Brandy alla? Whiskey na? Don't tell me the types, I am very poor in that. But anyway, ledum will have pimples. Alla? Acne. After? Brandy na whiskey na? Brandy, fine, don't worry. Some alcoholic drink, don't bother. So, illi terebinthina, what is that alcohol causes in terebinthina? Alcohol will cause loss of vision, amblyopia or loss of vision, okay, from alcohol, after drinking alcohol. The only remedy you have in a repertory is terebinthina. Tomorrow, fortunately, you get a patient who's got blurred vision, loss of vision, and you identify that alcohol was the cause. So the only remedy we have is terebinthina. Okay. And ailments from strain and falls, injuries, fall, you also have that. There are sore pains, like we had in many of the compositor remedies, arnica, bellis, they all have the sore bruise pains. Okay. And ailments from damp cellars. What are the other remedies? Antim tart. Amela. Dalcamera. Amela. Restox. Natrum sulf. I mean, top remedies. Dulc, natrum sulf, antimonium tartaricum, of course Restox. You also have, hepar will not have dampness. Hepar will be more of coldness. When you start practicing tomorrow, these simple things will help you in differentiating. When weather is cold, then it is hepar. When weather is damp, then it can be Dulc, Restox and those remedies. When weather is dry, exposure to dry cold wind, which is the remedy? Aconite. You are getting my point? Somebody comes to your clinic with some problems and they tell, sir, after I got exposed, I was under sun, I got wet. In acute, these things are very, very important. You are getting my point? So we prescribe on those ailments. So illi damp cellar or damp cellars will cause diarrhea. Don't ask me how and why, but this is what you have in terebinthina. Damp cellars will cause diarrhea. Or exposing to damp weather, they will have neuralgia of the legs. समझ रहा क्या? Exposure to damp weather will cause neuralgia, or exposure to damp cellars will cause diarrhea. The neuralgia, the diarrhea, don't change. Fine? Diarrhea and neuralgia. And the last thing is ailments from tooth extraction. What can happen? It's a hemorrhagic remedy. So you can see more of bleeding. Other remedies? Good, hemamylase, creosote. Don't tell me hemorrhagic remedies. My question is, tooth extraction admele, you have hemorrhages. Calendula, more than calendula. Okay, creosote is there. Then, simple remedy. Many times they say, with mother tincture, I don't know, we don't use all that, but then with mother tincture, if you put it in cotton and if you plug it, the bleeding stops. Having told so much of explanation, go back to the pathophysiology, which is that remedy which has the capacity to act on the capillaries and stop bleeding. Arnica. And why again arnica? Why arnica? See many times that extraction will also cause lot of injury, lot of pain, and many times it depends upon the dentist also, no? Ala nimdu aki eldu, I don't know how many of you have got that experience, but then lot of injury do happen. Fine. So arnica is a very good remedy. Okay. And again, we don't practice this, but then arnica is also given as a prophylactic. Dentist hatra hogta idya, hal kedskonta idya, tago arnica. And arnica can reduce the pain, arnica can reduce the bleeding. We don't practice this way, but there's nothing wrong in you people knowing. These are symptoms which are given in books. So tooth extraction, ailments from tooth extraction when they are bleeding. Damp cellars, damp weather, strain, fall, alcohol. Okay, any questions? Two small areas we have spoken. If you have anything to ask, we'll take up those questions. If you have nothing to ask, we'll move further. Any idea? Okay. Chalo. See, here I'll not typically go from head to toe. I will take up only those areas which are very important for us. And the first area that is very important for us is, kidneys. Okay. Or we can also take up the characteristic symptoms in which you'll have hemorrhages. Okay, dark hemorrhages. And one word we can finish off the hemorrhages here. What is the character of hemorrhage? Hemorrhage is dark. Venous bleeding, passive bleeding. So the hemorrhages which are dark, and hemorrhages can be from nose, can be from mouth. Okay, fine. Kidneys we are discussing, and another area from where you can have hemorrhages will be. It's all there. Yeah, good. It can be from lungs. Good. Hemoptysis. One more area from intestines. Good. So they can have melena. We'll discuss why melena. Okay. Fine. Though few of you are already there with the answers. Now this is again a top remedy, 3-mark remedy in your repertory, which acts on the intestines and it can cause ulcers. Okay. So ulcerative colitis, ulcers of the intestines, you can think of terebinthina. And again, the only remedy in your repertory which has terebinthina in ulcers bleeding dark. Intestines, ulcers, bleeding dark. Only remedy. Terebinthina. Okay? Done? And one more before I forget, which is very characteristic in terebinthina is convulsions on attempting to urinate. Convulsions on urinating. Okay? When will a terebinthina person get convulsions? On attempting to urine. And again, though we claim we have 5,000 plus remedies in homeopathic materia medica, this is the only remedy in your repertory which has convulsions on attempting to urinate. Okay? So tomorrow, again, luckily if you get a patient who has this peculiarity, and what is that peculiarity? We generally ask, no, when do you have convulsions? And an intelligent mother or an observant mother would have observed, and she tells, sir, I see something very unusual with my child. He'll not get convulsions while sleeping, keeping and all. But we have observed every time he urinates, he gets convulsions. That is terebinthina. Okay? Not only while urinating, on listening or on seeing running water. On listening to the sound of running water, they can get convulsions. Okay? One last thing which can also bring convulsions in which is a remedy? Terebinthina is bright light. Now idu yavado? Except urination, these three things are seen in one more remedy. Convulsions from listening or seeing running water. Convulsions from seeing shiny objects. Which is the remedy? I don't know if it is over. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. But which is the remedy? Huh? At least one remedy is over in second year. Another remedy. Ferrum. Ferrum you don't have. There you have vertigo. I am talking of convulsions. Good, ferrum. At least a small division. Vertigo. Convulsions. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ ರೆಮಿಡಿ ಚಲೋ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ. ಸ್ಟ್ರಮೋನಿಯಂ, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಸ್ಟ್ರಮೋನಿಯಂ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಮೋನಿಯಂ. And few remedies which are already over is Cantharis. Cantharis, second year. And one more remedy which is not over is Lysine. You know, Lysine. So second year ಒಂದು ಬಂತು, third year ಒಂದು ಬಂತು, final year ಒಂದು ಬಂತು. Okay. And one more remedy can be belladonna. Bell, Cantharis, Lysine, Stramonium. But Stramonium tops the list. Stramonium tops the list. Okay, done. We'll move further. So what were the characteristic things that you understood in terebinthina? There are hemorrhages, Allah, dark hemorrhages. So you'll have when I talk of nose, okay, though I will not talk in particular, but remember in nose there will be bleeding, bleeding especially in children, and which is dark. Okay, ಅದು terebinthina. Done. And what else we had? We are also talking of the bleeding from the ulcers, not intestines, the ulcers, and this bleeding will be dark. And then I told you something very special. Convulsions. Okay, so let's get back to kidneys. We'll go according to the importance. Bleeding was important, so we have touched a little about bleeding, and we'll talk of kidneys. So what will terebinthina do acting on kidneys? It will cause inflammation. Okay, it will cause inflammation. So inflammation, nephritis. So you'll have that burning pains. You'll have hematuria. Lot of changes in urine. Dark colored urine, scanty urine, smoky urine. Fine. Bloody urine. Okay, and coffee ground urine. Another coffee ground urine. Other remedy? Helleborus. Okay, good. Helleborus. You can also convert. Yeah, Helleborus is also there, especially when it is associated with brain complaints. Okay, but you can also convert this or understand this symptom as it can also be taken as inky urine. Inky urine. Okay, coffee ground, inky urine, dark urine. The other remedy is colchicum. Done. So coffee ground, inky urine. Urine smells like that of violets, is how your book has given, material has given. Violets. What is violet? It's a flower. Okay, so the urine will be like the smell of those flowers. Urine smells like that of violet. It's the odor. You're getting it? Fine. It's just the odor. Like each, say jasmine, it's a different odor. Allah. So in this particular remedy, the urine will smell like that of violets. Okay, clear? Fine. So nephritis, inflammation, pain, all those things you can write. Kidney complaints associated with bronchitis. Kidney complaints associated with bronchitis, especially in children. So kidney complaints associated with bronchitis. Done. Okay, so that's with the kidney. And another area I was just trying to make you understand is GAT. GIT dalli starting from mouth. Okay, what do you expect in mouth? Okay, good. Ulcers, yes. Acting on the mucous membrane, it can also cause ulcers. So aphthous ulcers, okay. And burning is also very, very characteristic. That's a generality. Okay. What comes to your mind? Which are the other remedies that will come to your mind when we talk of burning? Huh? Cantharis. Where is the burning in Cantharis? More of urogenital. Fine. Burning. Somebody said another word. Jorage. What is the speciality in arsenic amal? Good. You know? Good. Burning like coals of fire. Coals of fire. Fine. Yeah. What is special in ours? Huh? Hey, ऐसा कैसा? Huh? जोरागे. Burning better by heat. Okay. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ. What Nirikshit is trying to tell us is what happens in ours? Head they want in refrigerator. Rest of the body they want it out. Head is feeling hot. Can say no? Like for example, many times we have people who keep putting their head out. They are not arsenic amal. When it becomes arsenic amal, see now how do you interpret this symptom? So child is putting his head out of the window when the bus is moving. वे देख बा आर्सेनिक का माल अंदर गर्मी है देखो इसलिए सर बाहर डाल रहा है वो. Now can this be arsenic का माल? Yeah. How do you approach this case? How do you approach this case? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ? Boss, why are you putting your head out? You get my point? Why he is putting his head out will tell us the remedies. Let us not conclude. Fine? He might be a mischievous child, or you want to explore, or he is a fearless guy. Fine? Mother is telling don't put. I will put. We don't know what is happening inside. Just because we are standing out and we can't say, dekho, dekho, dekho. It can be various reasons. So what is very important is why? Why is he putting his head out? Fine. Arsenic, if at all it is arsenic, fine. He wants cold air. अंदर बहुत गर्मी है. Fine. लेकिन below the head he wants it to be warm. नहीं तो क्या करता है वो भी बाहर डालना पड़ता है ना. वो बाहर नहीं डालेगा, वो सिर्फ सर डालेगा. Fine. So situation you will have to analyze why. That's very important. So arsenic, rightly said, they are better by warmth. That is very peculiar, and you have to remember this. Tomorrow you get a lot of people coming to a clinic. Doctor साहब जलन हो रहा है. Fine. Like there is burning in the inner, there is burning anywhere, and they'll tell you क्या करने से आपको कम होता है? डॉक्टर साहब गरम गरम पानी डालता हूँ डॉक्टर साहब. समझ रहे हो ना? उधर जल रहा है. कैसा जल रहा है? कोल्स ऑफ फायर जल रहा है उधर. वो जलन को क्या करना है हम लोग? एक्चुअली यू विल either keep a ice cube ಅಲ್ಲ ಏನೋ ತಣ್ಣಗೊಂದು ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. But in arsenic amal, cold will aggravate and they feel better by warmth. Very important. Okay. So here again you have burning tip of tongue. Which is the remedy? They keep the tongue out. Lachesis is trembling tongue. Okay. There is burning. No, you just check and let me know. They put their tongue out because it burns and they want that cold air. There is a remedy. Okay, just check and let me know. So burning tip of tongue, burning in stomach, burning in uterus, they're all there in terebinthina. Okay. So burning done in mouth, burning in the tongue, and tongue of terebinthina is again very characteristic. Glossy. What is glossy? Shining. We have this glossy print ala. Now the print concept is gone. But when we were young, we had this film rolls, and we had to take out the printout. So then they used to ask, you want matted or you want glossy? Glossy means shining. So his tongue is shining tongue, glossy tongue. Other remedies? Ipecac has clean tongue, no shining. So for a glossy tongue, if you give Ipecac, it will not work. And that's why many of us fail, because we don't give the right remedy. Okay, chalo, glossy tongue. Fine, even that you can check. There are set of remedies. We'll discuss in the next class. So tongue is glossy, burning in the tip of the tongue, and they also have what is this? Aphthous ulcers. Aphthous ulcers. Lower down in the stomach, there is nausea. But speciality of terebinthina nausea is better by passing stools. Nausea, amelioration, loose stools. You know, nausea, amelioration, loose stools. And aversion to meat. Aversion to meat. Any other remedies? Is muriatic acid over? No, don't worry. So aversion to meat. Desires meat? Desires meat? Don't take your names, tell me the remedy. Desires meat. Smoked meat, okay fine, I am talking of meat. Meat when you smoke, okay, don't bother. Calcarea fus as desire for smoked meat. Only calcarea fus. It's like digging your own grave. You know, they have the remedy, there are plenty of remedies. But as a third year student, you should also know about creosote. Creosote also has desire for smoked meat. Now the question was, desires meat. ಯಾರಾಗಲ್ಲ ನೈಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ನೈಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ನೈಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನ್ ವೆಜ್ ದೇ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅನ್ ಅದರ್ ರೆಮಿಡಿ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೂ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಆರ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡನ್. ಆ ರೆಮಿಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್, ಫೈನ್, ದೇ ಈಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದೇ ಈಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಶ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಲ್ಸ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಯೇರಿಯಾ. ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ರೆಮಿಡಿ? See, rush for stools. In argentum, when argentum rushes for stools? Fine. When there is nervousness, when there is anxiety, when there is anticipation. Or what will cause diarrhea in argentum? Sweets. Candies. Don't worry, no problem. Candies. Don't feel insulted, humiliated. It's a learning process. No issues. But at least tomorrow you will never think of argentum if a person eaten meat. डॉक्टर साहब मेरे को गोश्त बहुत पसंद, लेकिन क्या प्रॉब्लम, हजम नहीं होता गोश्त. खाता हूँ मैं, बहुत खुशी से खाता हूँ, लेकिन क्या फ़ायदा डॉक्टर साहब, खाने के बाद जुलाब होता है मुझे, डायरिया. So that is pulsatilla. ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? Okay, remember pulsatilla. Pulse have desire but they can't digest. Nitric acid has desires but he can digest. That is nitric acid. Okay, we'll get back to GIT. I was talking about nausea. Fine. Aversion meat. Lower down in the intestines, what you see is ulcers, and these ulcers bleed, and the bleeding is dark. So you have bloody stools, dark stools, fine, loose stools in the rectum of terebinthina. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆಫ್ terebinthina. Okay, and what else we have in terebinthina? Kidneys ಆಯಿತು, GIT. Yeah, skin. What do you expect in skin? What do you expect in skin? Okay, more than small wounds bleeding much. You will see petechial hemorrhage. Okay, petechial hemorrhages. Fine, very characteristic in terebinthina. And in abdomen we missed one point. Tympanic abdomen, gaseous abdomen, terebinthina. Lot of remedies for gaseous abdomen. So tomorrow you also have to remember terebinthina for gaseous abdomen. Okay, now to sum up, yeah, female, what do you expect under female? ಏನಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಫೀಮೇಲಲ್ಲಿ? dark, bleeding, menorrhagia, metorrhagia, fine. Hemorrhages which are dark. Good. Right. And burning pain in uterus. Another? Burning pain in uterus. Okay, burning is also very characteristic. Burning pain in uterus. Okay. So we'll have a small sum up of terebinthina, the take home points, the key points, and then we'll stop. ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು ಟೆರಿಬೆಂಥಿನ ಹುಡುಗರು? It's a remedy which is prepared from oil of turpentine, fine. And majority of the symptoms have come from toxicological sources or from bad effects from the allopathic school. No? They have abused terebinthina, and whatever information they have got, those we have taken in our drug proving. And of course it is also proved. It is also proved to confirm the symptoms. Okay? Yeah, now start shooting. Yeah, sphere of action, very good. Kidneys, intestines, blood and abdomen, good. And I hope you also know what it will cause. Okay? Lungs we missed, bronchitis, profuse expectoration, hemoptysis, bronchitis in children. You're getting this point? With kidney affections. Terebinthina. Then, see now before I move further, this intestinal ulcers, tell me one condition where you can think of terebinthina. Think and answer, no hurry. Use your common sense. Which is the other condition in which you can have ulcers of intestines?
Burns.
ಯಾವ ಥರ burns? Okay, beyond that. Burns, okay, fine, burns, done. More than burns. ಆಯ್ತು ಏನು? Good. Okay, you are close. Correct, very good. Close. See, burns, okay. ಆಯ್ತಾ, burns external, ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳೋದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟಲ್ ಆಗೋದು. But I am talking to you about a condition which has an affinity for intestines and it will cause ulcers. Okay, good. See what happens in amoebic dysentery. What is the seat of action? Which is the organ that gets affected? It's more of liver, ಅಲ್ಲ? But more specific. ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ ನೀವು? Okay, more than ulcerative colitis. More than ulcerative colitis. Crohn's, good. Crohn's in Crohn's also you have ulcers, good. Something beyond, or something very simple. I am happy you are thinking all big things. Good. Ulcerative colitis, Crohn's, very good. I am happy. But many times we miss small things. Niven helidri. I am asking you because you have already studied this in your second year, bacteriology. You heard of enteric fever? Typhoid. What happens in typhoid? ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ? So third stage of typhoid, in the complicated stage of, yes or no? Crohn's and all, they are there, but I am talking of a simple thing, my level, not your level, right? Okay, so you have typhoid, enteric fever. There in third stage there can be ulcers of the small intestine, and there can be perforation, is there a pace patch ulcer agattalla? There you can think of terebinthina, because Baptisia, Restox will not, Baptisia might still cause, but Restox, Arnica, you don't see much of these things happening there. First stage, second stage you can think of, but here Merksol, terebinthina, they all come in third stage of typhoid. That's one more point I want to add. Okay, it's a clinical point, do remember. Okay, then Berena. Yeah, ailments from, see, tell me key points, don't read whatever is there on the board. Alcohol causes loss of vision, convulsions on, very good, Sako, convulsions on attempting urination, damp cellar causes diarrhea, damp weather, ನ್ಯೂರಾಲಜಿಯಾ ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಗುಡ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಯಾ ಆಯಿತು. ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್, ಹಾಂ ಗ್ಲಾಸಿ ಟಂಗ್ ಎಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಗುಡ್. ಯೂರಿನ್ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಲೆಟ್. ಸ್ಮೋಕಿ, ಕಾಫಿ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್, nausea better by loose stools. Burning, petechial hemorrhages, huh? Burning, yeah, burning. Tip of tongue also burns. Must add that. Ulceration with passive hemorrhages. Kidney complaints associated with bronchitis. Okay. Any questions? Any doubts? Anything you want me to repeat? Simple remedy. Aita. So we'll stop here. Aita. Teribantana. So next class what we'll do is we'll take up some polycrest remedy. I told I have 3 remedies from my side. One, Lycopodium, Natriumur and Hyoscyamus.